Hey everyone, it's Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I have a process video showing you guys how I made this Mother's Day card. And this one is all pink and teal and just like I like it, so I really wanted to use up a couple of the things that I had from Stampin' Up! That are going to be retiring. I specifically love two of the in colors that are retiring, this Coastal Cabana and Strawberry Slush, so I based my card around those colors. I wanted to use this die. It is from the Hello You die set, and it works perfectly with the Crazy About You stamp set, which I'm going to be using as well. So I just ran this piece of Coastal Cabana through the Big Shot, and I'm using the magnetic platform. I happen to really dig this platform, and so I'm getting out my supplies. I've got the matching inks, I've got two pieces of pattern paper from the 6x6 called My Baby from American Crafts, and then I grabbed that Crazy About You stamp set. And so let's go ahead and get started making the card here. I decide to grab a Strawberry Slush piece of cardstock and cut it 4.25 so that I make a standing card that opens from the bottom. So I scored that at 5.5 inches with the Martha Stewart scoreboard is the one that I have, and I use a stylus. I've never liked the results from using whatever like bone folder type of thing that they have included with the scoring tools. But anyway, I'm going to attach this piece down, and I just cut it 3/8 of an inch smaller than the normal standard card size. So I just got a tiny little rim of the Strawberry Slush showing around that pattern paper. So now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my flowers. First I'm going to measure this flower and then cut my strip of cardstock to fit this, and it ended up being like 2.75. I figured I could fit about 2 flowers on there, or half the flower at the top, a whole flower in the middle, and then half a flower at the bottom. So I'm going to arrange it like that. I'm starting with the Strawberry Slush in the middle, and I'm going to clean my stamp off and then use the Coastal Cabana for the edge ones. I grabbed a piece of scrap paper so that I don't stamp on my cutting board, and then I'm going to turn this just a little bit. You can see I'm not stamping them to where they're aligned exactly right. I want them to kind of be a little bit different. So I lined the point of the flower in between the little area on the pink flower so that they looked a little bit different. Now I'm taking all the pieces out of this little happy die. I don't have any problem with the dies sticking, but if you have a problem with your die sticking to your cardstock, stick a piece of wax paper between your die and your cardstock when you're cutting it out, and it should pop out a lot easier. So I'm using the Scallop Edge Border Punch, which is retiring. I have an old version and mine's worked so great. I never wanted to replace it because if it's working, why replace it to get the new style? But anyway, it is retiring, so definitely be sure to grab one if you don't have one. I love mine. I use it a lot. So I'm just lining this up, and you really get to see my messy bun in there. So I'm going to cut that little teeny piece off. There was a little piece that hung off the edge, and I'm going to make a little banner shape with some Strawberry Slush cardstock. I'll cut this into a banner in a little bit, but first I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Mother's Day part of my sentiment on here. I'm just using Memento Tuxedo Black for this. And the first time I stamped it a little bit crooked, so all I did was flip over my piece of cardstock and stamp it again. The great thing about inks and stamping is you can always redo it. You can always just toss your piece of paper if it doesn't work out. I used my little cutter bee scissors to cut that banner shape, and I'm going to attach it and then attach my happy. I am using the ATG gun, by the way, for my adhesive for these. And to attach this die cut, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tombow Mono. I just love this glue, and I just add a teeny tiny little bit along all of the shape so I can get it attached really nicely. And you don't want to add very much because it will goop out around the sides. You don't want to have it gooping out. Next, I just decided to add a bow. Decided I didn't want just one layer of twine. I decided to use both. So this is the matching Coastal Cabana and Strawberry Slush twine. I'm just going to tie it into a cute little bow. And as the last touch, I decided to add a little epoxy heart from Freckled Fawn on that little banner piece. There's a little space, and I thought it would be perfect to just add a little shape. This is from Freckled Fawn, by the way, and that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and definitely check out the blog if you want to know all the supplies I used. I've linked to those on the blog. So thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye!